Boom! The baseball universe just shook on January 21, 2026, as the New York Mets pulled off a blockbuster move that no one saw coming. Or maybe everyone whispered about for years in trade rumors. We're talking about Luis Robert Jr., the former White Sox star, now officially a New York Met. Trade confirmed. The Mets send Luisangel Acuña and Truman Pauley to Chicago in one of the wildest deals of this offseason. Buckle up, because we're breaking this down with hardcore analysis, dramatic storytelling, and yes, a little comedy punch. Let's go. Tonight, the New York Mets officially acquire Luis Robert Jr., one of the most electrifying talents baseball has seen in recent years. In return, Chicago receives Luisangel Acuña, yes, the brother of MVP Ronald Acuña Jr., along with pitching prospect Truman Pauley. This isn't just a trade. This is a statement. Luis Robert Jr. was once a bona fide all-star. 38 home runs, elite defense, 5-tool dominance, and rumors. Countless. Teams chased him for years, but now the Mets finally pulled the trigger. Contract-wise, Robert is owed around $20 million for the 2026 season, and the Mets are taking it all, plus a club option for 2027 with a small buyout. You want commitment? This isn't dipping a toe in the market. This is jumping in headfirst with a $20 million splash. When Luis Robert Jr. first exploded onto the scene, he looked like the future of baseball. Power, speed, defense, presence, everything you want in a superstar. In 2023, he was one of the most dangerous players in the entire league. But then, reality hit. The last 2 seasons haven't been consistent at the plate. Injuries slowed him down, production dipped, and suddenly question marks appeared. Doctor says, he's healthy-ish. The Mets say, we still want you. And the analytics crowd says, defense is real value, trust the metrics. Now let's talk about what Chicago is getting back. Luisangel Acuña brings speed, athleticism, and a solid glove. Offensively, he struggled to lock down consistency with the Mets, but the tools are absolutely there. And let's be honest, carrying the Acuña name in baseball automatically raises expectations. That bloodline carries weight. Then there's Truman Pauley, a Harvard draftee with intriguing stuff. Fastball, breaking pitches, and a sharp baseball mind. He hasn't debuted in the majors yet, so some people call him a project. Others call him a sleeper. And some just call him the Harvard nerd with a heater. Either way, Chicago is betting on upside. From the White Sox perspective, this move is about youth and reset. They're reshaping their future, collecting talent, and leaning into a rebuild. Is it fair value for a former superstar? Baseball Twitter is split down the middle, and Reddit? Completely on fire. Now let's talk Met strategy. And yes, let's have some fun with it. This move adds defense. It adds speed. It adds a right-hand bat to a lineup stacked with lefties. And most importantly, it screams upside over fear. Steve Cohen is basically saying, we want WOW, even if it costs. Break it down like a slightly unhinged stats professor. Defense saves runs. Speed steals bases. Baseball is runs scored minus runs allowed. Therefore, Luis Robert Jr. equals run magic. Fan reactions have been priceless. Mets really said Latinos only accept payment in tacos and home runs. Acuña heading to Chicago like, tell my brother I love him. And Truman Pauley, Harvard graduate, now Chicago's #1 hope. So what does all this mean for the Mets in 2026? 1 word. Playoffs. 2 words. Send. A message. 3 words. The NL noticed. Fans are calling it high risk, high reward. A classic Steve Cohen flex. A big bat boost. And yes, a move that's already sparking controversy. Now it's your turn. Hit like if you think this trade is genius. Smash subscribe if you think it's a disaster. Drop a comment. Thumbs up for war, thumbs down for prospects. I want to know whose side you are on.